Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football, A Love Story, and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you our preview of the 2015 Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl between the California Golden Bears and the Air Force Falcons. And we're going to start this video off by taking a look at my keys to victory. Starting with Cal in this ball game, stopping the run is about attitude and want to, and that's the one thing they're going to have in this ball game versus Air Force, because that's all the Falcons do is run the football with that option attack. And if their mindset isn't where it needs to be, they'll struggle and try to get off the field defensively. And they have to take small bites of the apple. What I'm talking about offensively is don't come into this ball game trying to attack deep down the field because you're facing the Air Force. Try to take your short passing game, mix it in with a little bit of your running game, then take your deep shots down the field. I think that's one way they can have success. And you want to move the pocket for Jared Goff, the quarterback. A lot of times their offensive line has had issues protecting the quarterback. I'm pretty sure Air Force will come into this ball game trying to get pressure on him. So move the pocket, change those launch pad spots, and that's one way they can get that passing game going against the Falcons. Moving over to Air Force in this ball game, they have to own the intermediate coverage in the passing game. You look at those 2 inside linebackers in that 3-4 defense, Connor Healy and Claude Alexander, having to have a lot of success if they want to get off the field on third downs, and that's why third downs are critical on both sides of the ball. Offensively, where you're running the option, you have to make sure you sustain drives. Otherwise, Cal can definitely put up points in a hurry, and defensively, if you're not getting the ball back to your option ball control offense, you're struggling. And quarterback Carson Roberts has to make his plays when he's called upon. We know he's going to handle the football very well in the option portion of this offense, but when they're asking him to make plays in the passing game, there's a big-time wide receiver in Jalen Robinette. He's going to have to connect on those passes and also not turn the ball over. So when his number is called to throw the football, he has to pay dividends. I like Air Force in this ball game. Tough offense to prepare if you're Cal, especially when you're having issues stopping the run, because again, that's all you're going to see coming from the Falcons in this ball game. I think the Falcons' ground game will be the reason why they knock off the Golden Bears in the 2015 Armed Forces Bowl.
So in the Armed Forces Bowl, we have Air Force going against Cal, and my X factor for Air Force is going to be the rushing attack that they have. They run the option offense. So you have Carson Roberts, their quarterback, over 600 yards passing, or rushing rather, and he has 9 TDs rushing, along with 9 TDs throwing the football. But you also have to consider Jacoby Simmons, their 1,000-yard rusher. He has 6 touchdowns on the season. So they're going to look to get that option offense going against Cal. And just looking at Cal, my X factor is going to be their top-level quarterback prospect in Jared Goff. He is a guy that likes to distribute the ball to multiple receivers. But you look at Kenny Lawler, that's his possession guy, but then also you got Bryce Treggs, who's a vertical guy. He can work the slot and work outside. So he likes to get the ball to both of them. He's going to need to get that time in the pocket, because he's a guy that when the pocket starts to break down, his mechanics break down. So you want to see him have a clean pocket and be able to distribute the ball to all of his receivers. I actually have Air Force winning this game. I think that option offense is going to be too much for Cal. It's not something that teams get to see a lot of, so when they do see it, it gives them a lot of trouble. Let's go ahead and take Air Force in the Armed Forces Bowl.
The Armed Forces Bowl, as I mentioned, for the Military Bowl, usually has one of the branches playing in it, and Air Force is the participant this year as they face Cal. Now for Cal, on offense, it's all Cal. He's an underclassman, but he's being touted as one of the better quarterbacks in the country. I'll let you determine for yourself. Watch him, Jared Goff. He can throw the ball very accurately. Kenny Lawler, a wide receiver who's a junior out of California, is another guy to look out for. Underclassmen who can get some day 2 and even day 1 looks. Bryce Treggs, another wide receiver out of Cal. Their running back Daniel Lasco is a guy who might get some looks, and also Jordan Rigsby, an offensive guard from Cal. Now on the defensive side of the ball, Air Force has a guy who really has done a nice job this year, and Alex Hansen, who may get some day 3 looks. California has a couple of guys, especially on the back end, that could really be looked at. That's Stephon McClure, their strong safety, Darius White, a cornerback, and Todd Barr coming off the edge. He's an undersized rush guy playing defensive end. I think Cal just has a little bit too much talent in this game. I expect it to be somewhat entertaining from an offensive perspective, but lower scoring. Cal 27, Air Force 17.